will go back to construct, and if I select this floor element here, I can double click on it to get to the sprite editor here. And this collision polygon is quite important. And yes, here we can see the problem. It's calculating the collisions based on this thin line here. But we actually want the player to collide only when he hits this part of the element. So what I can do, for example, I can right click and I can say guess polygon shape. And that will try to kind of estimate the real shape that I want. And it worked quite well in this situation. But I think for these platform steps, these might be a little bit troublesome if we make these kind of polygon shapes, because the player might get stuck at some parts when there's these holes, for example, in between. So what I typically would maybe recommend is simply let's set it to the bounding box to get this kind of 4-point box here, and then I will simply make it like a rectangle. So I might even want to give these like the same height so that it's really straight. So for example, this point here, let's make the y value 30, or maybe let's see 25, yeah, and I'm going to select this one and make the y value 25. So now I know that this is a straight line. But then maybe 190, no, that's too little, maybe 205, and maybe the x value of this can be 30. And let's do the same thing for this. So the x value of that one can be 30, and the x value of this can be 205. So now we have a nice box, a rectangle forming up. I'm going to select this one and make the y value of it, let's say maybe 60, and the same for this, y value 60. So I think this collision polygon should work rather well. Let's see what happens. So I close it, and let's save and preview the layout. And now you can see how the player is moving in a much nicer way. He's no longer in the air.